Opa, opa, opa. Boa tarde, bom dia, boa noite. Consegui. Sábado, dia 12 do 10, dia das crianças. Feliz dia das crianças pra qualquer um, tá vendo? Bora lá. Hoje, se tudo der certo, 4 horas de stream e finalizar a história de Reverse, por favor. Bora lá. Cara, e uma coisa que eu reparei, que mudou isso daqui, a tela. Nossa, calma aí, esqueci o som. Mudou a tela. Tem a maleta da Virgin, um monte de coisa aqui em volta. Tem um fliperama no canto aqui. Vamos ir. Eu vi gente falando que tipo, mudou quando completei a história. Mas não mudou quando veio o banner da Cacânia. E eu não tenho coisa muito pra tirar, não. Cara, eu esqueci de logar no jogo ontem. Porque eu quase fiz live, só que daí eu não pude. Ó, o banner da Cacalha. E tem o Diggers, eu preciso dele porque eu não tenho. Ele, tipo, falta 2, 5 estrelas, coisa assim. Pra eu completar todos. Ah, pouquinho. Ah, alguém usando o personagem. Olha. Vai tendo eventozinho no Discord. Ó. Banner da Cacânia. E eu vou pegar ela. Vamos só fazer uma parte das diárias aqui.
Good mood today. I hate rainy days.
Tá tendo um novo aqui da Eagle. Eu gosto da Eagle. Ela é uma personagem muito legal. Eu usei bastante ela. Olá, Kelson! E nós temos aqui o evento Utu, que dá pra pegar skin. Eu tenho que fazer isso daqui. Ah, dá pra pegar. Tô bem, você? Tem como pegar uma música nova e itens pra subir a Cacânia de nível. O evento da Cacânia. Ah, tem o Mano, eu arrebentei nesse evento. Olha isso daqui. Essa aqui tá uma tristeza, mas porra. Mano, isso daqui foi um monstro, isso daqui. Mais de 1 milhão de dano. Tá louco. Nossa, boa! Cara, eu tenho que fazer esse evento aqui, que é um evento muito importante pra pegar a skin aqui, ó. Da Mesmer Jr. Mano, lembra que eu fiquei falando da Cacânia? É o banner dela aqui, ó. Ela ainda não apareceu na história. Pelo menos não na parte que eu parei, né? Nó. Cagada, hein, Kel? Sou cagada. Vou fazer uma parte dos diários aqui. Daí a gente volta pra história e se tudo der certo, tudo tem que dar muito certo, finalizo hoje a história. Provavelmente não vou, mas eu tenho esperança. Mano, realmente, a Lucy, que eu peguei na stream passada, né? Nossa, tá falando Game Packs. Nossa. Nossa, você pegou o quê? Uma skin hackeada quase, praticamente?
A fair game.
Beleza.
I hate rainy days. The parties.
Vamos lá, eu tô no... aqui no 11 e vai ter que capítulo mesmo? Até o 24, não era? 26. Era até o 26, então falta... Nossa, 15. Vamos lá.
Here is a well-known question you must have heard. What goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? It's so well known that no one finds it novel anymore.
Ser humano.
But please, do me a favor and answer me yourself.
Que a skin é feita pelo próprio criador e modelada e ela é um monte de 0, 2 de pegar. Mano do céu, isso é muita sorte. Foi a sorte, a gente teve sorte compartilhada da semana passada. Confia.
Correct. This is the same answer Oedipus gave to defeat Sphinx, thus becoming a hero, but also starting him on his ill-fated destiny. Raise a question, give an answer. This is the most fundamental ritual. Through this, we get nearer to God. Yes, a ritual. Whether it is by pouring out wine, slaughtering a calf, or circling round a fire with a baby in your arms. It is an agreement, a question that demands an answer.
Mano, mas que jogo é esse? Brawl Stars? Sei lá, tô chutando o jogo aqui. Mas, meu Deus. 4 anos juntando o negócio pra pegar uma skin. Nossa senhora. Sorte, hein?
Every desire has a price, whether it is paid in wine, blood, or fire. But sometimes that sacrifice is taken from you without it ever being noticed. And the treasure you seek might be the undoing of your own desires.
Que Kevin, mano?
Let us take a look at another question.
Boa noite aí, Frost. Xuxa, beleza?
Stranger, what's your name? Cried Polyphemus. Nobody, Odysseus answered, and it allowed him to flee the Cyclops cave.
Nossa, Frost, vai catar
and
coquinho.
sound.
Puta merda. Nossa, Frost, eu te bloqueio. Nossa, eu vou tirar você dessa stream aqui, ó. 2 cliques. Nossa, toda vez que falo do Odisseu, e esse daqui me lembra do musical do Epic. Muito bom.
A human being and nobody. 2 answers that could not be more alike. Yet both were bound to fate by their answer. All right, dear. Time to call it a day. As for you, you'll get the answers you seek. You've already paid the price.
E que paguei o preço. Calma aí. Muito texto. Vixe, Maria. Ai, som não, que é o som. Vai pro. Não faça a mesma coisa que o Frost. Frost não presta. The Party of Beans. The Beans. I ate, therefore I am. Eu como, logo sou eu. Nossa. Fica comigo assim, tipo, Eita, Preula. Ai, as regras da ilha.
Where am I? Did the earthquake do this? I was in the cave with 37.
Ah, quem nunca faço com 2S? Quem nunca? Ih, cadê o tempo?
Is the timer broken?
Hey, Vertin! Here you are! Yeah. Come! People are waiting. The feast is going to start.
Feast?
Yes! Today's the big day! We're celebrating because we kicked Manus Vindicte off the island, found the key to storm immunity, and saved the Numbers people from great disaster.
What?
Eu colocaria, só que eu não gosto de açaí.
Come on, Vertin! You'll miss out on the delicious honey roasted rabbit.
Wait, Regulus. You just kicked over something.
What? What is it? Something for the cattle? Whoever left this here nearly tripped this great captain. Forget it. Come, Vertin! What are you still doing there?
Ah, nice wine. Did you make it yourself?
Careful, Miss
cachaceiro.
Lilia. Too much wine can corrupt one's body and will. Besides, you are already halfway through our stock for the year. But this drink you brought is pleasant to the nose. Coffee, you said. I have heard many things about it.
Nossa, comer coisa com aparelho é sempre um desafio, né? Eu usava aparelho até um tempo atrás. Ah, para, Frost. Ah, mano. Esse jogo não tem opção, só tem... Só tem inglês o reverso aqui. Deixa. Agora vai falar também que é pra me prender porque eu usava um Twitter fake pra ficar vendo Twitter daí. Quando tava bloqueado. O Twitter voltou. Ainda bem. Toma aguinha aqui. Não sinto saudades da época que eu usava aparelho. Mano, usar aparelho é muito chato. Não sinto saudades dessa época.
Oh. Bitter.
Poor guy. I was expecting more from a man of your size.
Nessa idade, Frost. Nossa. Graças a Deus, eu só uso um móvel pra dormir. Daí. Parou a minha época de ruindade. Daí agora eu posso comer as coisas. Eu consigo morder uma maçã agora.
For God's sake, Regulus, keep an eye on your first mate here. Wow, he's so out of it right now.
A maçã tá bêbada.
Apple's abstinence from the bottle.
A maçã tá bêbada.
Vertin, finally! I was looking for you. Hello, everyone. have a big announcement to make.
Nossa, a pior coisa do aparelho eu acho que é passar fio dental. Cara, era horrível. Eu até tinha um aparelhinho que auxiliava pra passar o fio dental, que tinha que amarrar. Daí você tinha que ficar passando entre. Nossa, horrível. Dava preguiça só de pensar em fazer. Mas tinha que fazer, né? Tem que fazer.
Sophia's just completed her proof and found her number.
A maçã bêbada.
Oh, don't worry about the swallows. They're going to fetch 6 for us. He's napping in the Hall of Apeiron, an excuse to not join the party.
Tá meio bizarro
Not so
esses...
fast with the announcement, 37. People will find out sooner or later.
Tá meio estranho essas
Thank you for
paradas aí.
helping us, Vertin. We wouldn't have made it without you. And I look forward to our continued collaboration with the Foundation.
No. None of this makes any sense.
Concordo. Nada faz sentido. Eita, pro...
Oh, enough business. People are having a party here. Well, what do you say to
Ah,
this
sim,
lovely
a
captain
Inglaterra
who
ganhou
just picked up some
a
food
Copa.
for you?
Tô vendo.
My apologies, Regulus. I was too focused on linear regression formulas.
Tá, um foco no quê?
Ah, that's all right. Wasn't me getting stuck in the kitchen roasting rabbits all day anyway. Unlimited supply of honeyed rabbits all day today.
Ganhou. A Copa de 66 que ela ganhou? Meu Deus, agora eu vou falar um negócio muito engraçado. A Regulus, quando a gente conheceu ela em 1966. Então é o ano que ganhou a Copa. Nossa. Nossa, referência histórica desse jogo. Vontade de pegar o caderno de história e ficar abarrabo vendo.
I heard Sophia is making her announcement today. I'm curious which number she will be.
Care to wager on that? I'd say she's a multiple of 3.
Then I'd say she is a multiple of 139.
I have to admit, she has a good number. A number 100 times better than me. 6 and 210 put together.
Calculating. 37 plus 6 plus 210 times 100 equals 2.
Oh no. She is not 25,300. I doubt anyone could live with themselves with a number that long.
Não, os...
You haven't bet before. This is a moo,
Os galos
my
não,
white
mano.
rooster.
Os galos não, mano. Pelo amor de Deus, não aguento os galos nesse jogo.
A moo, this is Vertin.
Ai, caramba.
A white rooster?
Não toque o galo branco. E aí foi tipo... Ih! Tá, E...
Something's not right.
Claro que não tá
None
certo,
of
calma.
this is right. Something's
Beleza,
happened
Kels.
on the island. I must still be in the cave.
Então, ficou tipo Zelda.
to get out of here.
Ah, sabia, é o galo aqui. Vamos lá nesse timezinho bom pra caramba.
Program activated.
Ok.
Critters eating beans and a white rooster. These are supposed to be taboos on the island. Is this an illusion brought on by the fog? Or a new trial? No. Something's not right. The flow of arcane skills on the island has changed.
Será que é tempestade?
I
Storm?
need to get rid of them first.
It is here. I can hear it.
The moment of utterance.
Loading.
Nossa, agora que eu vi que o que tá em primeiro não pode. Nossa.
The light that illuminates all.
Ah, graças a Deus. Pensei que ia ficar bloqueado. A ult dela.
Shell. Damage.
That's a lot of damage.
The moment of utterance.
It is here.
Charging.
We walk in long nights.
Target confirmed. Under attack.
Tá.
I admire your courage.
I can hear it. It is here.
Loading. For the good of all.
Non officine pas al capitaine.
Barrage.
Ei. Ai, tá com sound.
Shell. Damage.
Meu pai amado, estão vendo filme de terror aqui na sala de casa.
I can hear it. What a tragedy.
Together, we are fearless.
Soffoca il sangue. Soffoca il sangue.
Faraday's miracle.
Ha!
My surroundings changed.
Não, mano, é que a sala é aqui de casa é perto do meu quarto. Que é que eu tô no meu quarto. A sala é aqui pertinho. Nossa. E inventaram de ver filme de terror. Daí só tô ouvindo os gritos aqui. Ué? Nossa. Internet, você tá viva? Internet tá viva aqui. Ué.
Is all this still an illusion?
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Nossa, por nada não. Eu também tô nessa. E agora tão dando risada.
Looks like the way we came,
Nossa!
but it's a little different. These signs, are they trying to take me somewhere? The way out, perhaps?
Isso aqui é novo. Eita. Enter the future, everything's false. To exist is between it. Gente do céu. Ê, rapaz, que é isso daqui?
That's him. Where are you going?
Ah, não, não é a Regulus, não. Não é a Regulus. Não, não é.
I made some coffee for those clever eggheads. Enough to mend their broken souls after turning their backs on it for half their lives. Fancy a cuppa as well? Here you go.
Regulus, it's a violation of their scripture. You mustn't consume any beans or bean-based products.
Não, verdade.
Yeah,
Esqueci que café era feito com esse negócio.
Hey, think you can just walk away from a pirate without breaking any rules? Let's see you try. Ha! Now you must have the beans. Or you can pick them all up.
Ah, não pode pegar o que caiu também. Então.
According to their rules, I'm not to eat things off the ground, or pick them up for that matter. Though, this mountain of beans isn't going away by itself. Fortunately, it doesn't appear to be too stable.
Ui. Ah, agora entendi. É assim, né? É assim. Beleza. Circulando. Aí. Tá diferente.
An illusion of a coffee bean
Eita.
mountain like this is almost as cliché as a pirate with a hook for a hand.
É?
Something like this could never hold up to skepticism. Mankind is slow in learning new ideas. They need new information to be explained in simple terms, using examples and analogies, or reduced to its most basic symbols and generalizations. Eventually, once they've gotten used to the formulas and outlines, they may just see below the surface and find the deeper essence waiting there. What about you? What do you think is your essence? Are you any more significant than a pile of coffee beans?
Eu não sei nem o que falar depois disso daqui.
Ah, the mind, the soul. But do they really exist? A thirsty animal thinks of water and seeks out a clear spring. Hunger pangs tell the cheetah to seek its prey. The fear of isolation tells the flamingo to seek the safety of her flock. Every action we have ever taken was prompted by a natural impulse. Sparks of electric current that can be tracked, observed, predicted. Perhaps our thoughts, desires, and our minds are only the sum of these minute reactions of cause and effect. Perhaps none of us truly exist, darling.
Ó, o jogo de filosofia. Eita, Prilo. Descrito. Ah,
Curtin, where are you going?
não, ela não, né?
We're still in a meeting. You'll have to leave from the left.
But I came in from the left. Why would I leave the same way I came in?
Oh no! You've made a mistake. Now you must stay behind bars until you prove the four-color theorem. Be careful not to make another mistake, or you'll be thrown into the Gorgon current and confined there forever. You look worried. Don't be. We're friends. I will defend you in court. I will try my best to reduce your sentence to trisecting angles with an unmarked straight edge and a compass.
I have to leave, but not from the right. There must be a way to reverse left and right.
Eita, Prilo. Mentira que deu... Não. Mentira que deu certo.
So then left or right can be reversed as
Meu Deus, o nome
easily
do
as
jogo.
changing your frame of reference. How can we hold people responsible for their actions when we use such malleable definitions? We lead our lives according to these strict rules. Rules that are always changing definitions. It's too much for this old brain of mine. Why not simplify our definitions? To learn about the world like we were kids once more. Let's begin with math. Could it be as mutable as left and right?
Ah, não, matemática não. Pula, pula, pelo amor de Deus.
Could there be a hidden integer between 3 and 4? Is 1 always 1? Or is it just our frame of reference?
Meu pai amado. Calma, eu tenho que filosofar na matemática. It is Frost. It is one. Calma. 1 sempre é 1 e tem um número escondido entre 3 e 4. 3,5. É... Nossa. Gente, isso é muita filosofia. Que isso? Deixa eu pensar aqui. Ah, vivemos num mundo de teorias.
Then what? Then math itself might just as easily be toppled. But if so, then the argument that toppled math might itself crumble, like so many coffee beans. Whenever a doubt is raised, it too must be open to skepticism. And so, doubt follows doubt, tumbling down. Once set in motion, you cannot escape total collapse, except to give in and find something to believe.
Lá vamos nós de novo. Soneto não.
Timekeeper, are you leaving the banquet?
Não tô.
Perhaps we might go somewhere quiet. I wanted to speak with you about linear regression.
Why now?
Terribly sorry, Soneto. I really must be leaving.
Wait! Perhaps a more impromptu debate? I have some fresh ideas about our past discussions. Could I trouble you to help me refine them? The storm is gone. We have time to enjoy life again. You don't have to keep checking your watch or your task list anymore.
But time still is against us, and I haven't any left to spare. Not even to explain myself to Soneto. I hate to be rude, but I need a moment of peace. If only I could turn everything silent.
Ok, parei. Eita.
I said, if you are going to stick to your plan, then you must value your time wisely. Don't get caught up in idle conversation. Be firm in your determination, but careful not to go too far. Otherwise, your silence may be taken as a slight. And should they retaliate, what then? That's no peace, but a silent war. And peace will not return until one side concedes, even if they are blameless. Doesn't that seem unfair? already mastered your most powerful weapon. I did warn you I'd retaliate in the same manner. Now we are square.
Mas isso aqui é um retângulo. Não um quadrado, é um retângulo. Quem que é você?
Oh, you're still here, Vertin.
Ai, Sofia.
I thought you had disappeared completely. I was hoping I might talk to you about my number.
My number?
So sorry, but I really do have to leave now. Please, I think you may be the only one that can help. It won't take you long.
Ah! Não! Não, não, calma. Calma, calma. Não, calma, isso aqui eu sei. Isso aqui eu sei. Ai, calma, isso aqui eu sei.
6. A perfect number. But it isn't my number. Let's try again. Reset the calculation for me. Back to 0. Put an asterisk and 0 and we can continue.
Mentira que eu tenho que colocar 06. Eu tenho que colocar 06, mano. Não, calma. Não, pera. Eu tenho que colocar 0? Ah, não, 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 não. Calma. Vou pegar a calculadora. Não. Não, não, não. Calculadora, cadê você? Calculadora no celular. Não, não quero nem saber. Não. Mentira, não. Nossa, calma. No. Nossa.
No. That can't be my number either. It's far too brilliant for me. Please reset the calculation back to 0.
Fechemos. Não, não. Sem julgamentos, Frost. Calma. Calma. Tá. 2 vezes 3, 6. 6 vezes 5, 30. 30 vezes 7, 210. Caramba.
210. I know 37 isn't a fan. Still, I would be honored to have an integer like that as my number.
Sem julgamentos das minhas habilidades matemáticas.
Let's try it one more time. I have a feeling that together we can find the right number for me.
Que isso? Susto. Pera aí, o tanto de números irracionais. Calma, calma. Isso é o sinal.
Who am I? An old question.
Sim, números me assustam, Frost. Acho que acabaram de levar um jumpscare lá na sala.
It can't be as simple as your name. A name, after all, is only worth what meaning you give it. Bewildered by their own existence, man turns to the ultimate truth for answers.
Eu tenho 3 medos: barata, criaturas esguias e números.
But soon enough, they come to see the truth is also beyond their ability to comprehend. That is when the fear catches up with them. So they put aside their search for truth and look for something more straightforward. A simple answer, enough to satisfy a frightened child. Caught between a comforting lie and something more frightening than the truth. That might be no truth at all. And if that is so, how can we know who we are really?
Eu saio dessa live questionando minha existência. Pô. Assustaram de novo.
Very good. Perhaps the truth lies hidden in the question. Hold tight to that answer, darling. A bit of elderly advice. There is no greater treasure. One day you might be amused by this idea. When you see yourself from someone else's eyes.
Ok.
First is the circle, second is the square.
Eita.
37? Is that you?
Up the triangle, on the triangle, and the rectangle, on the rectangle. Perfect, as things should be.
Ah!
The emanation? Disorder
Mano,
and
nossa,
chaos.
levei um susto.
This can't be. This isn't right. How ugly. How inelegant. How could this be the revelation from the patterns of the transcendental law above? How could such a terrible answer fall on my ears?
Calma.
I can't tell the others about this. There must be a mistake. I need proof. I have to go out there.
Vertin, my child.
My child, não, mas sai.
Are you here to partake in sand play as well? No matter how oft we arrange them, the sight of them never grows stale. Alas,
Ah.
I shall destroy it.
Caramba, me assustando com essas porcaria.
I think I had a terrible dream.
Me too.
What did you dream?
Regulus claimed Six's throne and declared this the rock and roll empire of irrational numbers. She took out a jar of coffee beans and stuffed one into my mouth.
Que horrível. Por que eu tive que sonhar com a Arcanda?
I'm relieved that I woke up in time, and you as well. Let's go, Vertin. We need to tell everyone the numbers. Do you hear that? So many people out there. Must be Sophia here to pick me up. I told her she can wait for me outside. Sophia!
Wait, 37.
Eita, primo.
What?
Não. Que é isso? Oh! What is broken shall eventually be made whole. Ai, nossa, um negocinho novo. Não vou usar ainda, porque nem sei como funciona. E aí, Kelson? Graças a Deus voltou só agora, porque eu levei muito jumpscare. Tá. Eu não vou fazer o modo difícil agora, porque... não. The Wave of Art. Que isso? Não, mano, é só porque eu me assustava toda vez que fazia um barulho diferente. Vamos lá. The Wave of Art. After the wave, what is left in its wake? Caramba, rima em inglês. Eu já sou ruim em português, imagina em inglês. Estação Militar 1914.
Monk, when will they give us the order to attack? What's taking so long? The island is just across the bay. We have men, weapons, supplies, everything. Just give us order and we will take to shore. Check out these bad boys. Anti-Arcanum weapons courtesy of the American from that Walden place.
Assim, claro que tinha que ser American. Ah, tinha que ser, mano.
That creep just doesn't sit right with me. He's got that Arcanus stink about him. But his technology is solid and we needed it. We've got to get ahead of the Serbs and the Greeks.
Relax, Georgie. Leave the decisions to the big shots. I'm sure they'll just hug out the differences in the meeting room or something. Besides, you saw the monsters on that island. Can't speak for everyone here, but I don't want to die.
Tá certo.
Screw the negotiations! Screw the committee! Like it or not, we were the first ones to find the island, not the Austrians or the Germans.
Eita.
Damn, those Arcanists have gone into hiding again. I swear I could see it from here yesterday. Are those bird-like creatures leaving in droves?
É o Curupira.
Georgie, brother,
É o
leave them
Boitatá
be.
também.
Come, play with us. George?
Eita.
What a good opportunity this is. It's too good to pass up. We've got to act now.
Ah, é que eu gosto de folclore,
We will
mano.
claim what is ours. This island belongs to us. It's in our territory and we were the first to find it. Why shouldn't it be ours?
O cara tá doido. Ai.
The Austro-Hungarian Empire has officially declared war on Serbia. Russia is mobilizing in support of Serbia. Germany demands Russia to stop mobilizing at once. Germany is mobilizing. France is mobilizing.
Cacanha! Muito animado porque vai acabar de acontecer um monte de coisa ruim agora. Nossa, parece aquela cena do trailer dela correndo.
Father, Mother, Albert, Ilsa!
Vixe.
Open the door. It's important. You have to listen to me.
Vixe do céu.
No, this can't be. Albert?
Oh!
Clara, it's odd to see you so flustered. What's the matter?
Oh no.
I'm headed to the business school. We'll talk when I get back.
Oh. Ah, meu pai.
Business school? But didn't you swear to never go back? Ever since your human classmate shot your arm in a duel.
Ouch.
Wait, what happened to your arm?
Oh.
Oh, Ethan. Yes, he wounded me. He had to prove his standing to the Brotherhood. There was no other way. But that's in the past. He gave me his arm, so now we're even.
Okay.
I have to go. I have to find Johnson, Raymond, and Herbert. That little rascal pushed Ilsa into the fountain. We have a score to settle. Take care, Clara.
No, Albert, don't go!
The storm syndrome is spreading, Doctor. Stay any longer, you'll be infected too.
Hi, Marcos.
Please, leave with me.
The sign bell in the parade. Is that Aurora? I just met her at the coffee house last week. We were talking about her wedding.
Watch out, Doctor! This is bad. They have lost their minds. This way, Doctor. We have to get out of here.
Eita, primo. Nasci com várias cores, vago pelo nada sem rumo. Quem sou eu? Sei lá, a mula sem cabeça.
It's an honor to meet you.
Meu pai.
I can hear it. It is here.
Charging.
Faraday's miracle.
I can hear it. It is here.
Loading.
Vai ser difícil, mano. Vai ser difícil.
What a tragedy. I will remember your sacrifice.
Soffocare il sangue! Soffocare il sangue!
Keep up the pace.
The light that illuminates all.
Mentira que faltou pouco. Faltou pouco. Nossa senhora.
Under attack.
It is here. I can hear it.
Loading.
The curtain has fallen.
Mano, pior que eu não tenho nenhuma ideia do que é. Segundo várias coisas. Menor ideia, mano. Foi de cagada que eu
This way,
acertei do
Doctor.
boitatá,
We
tá?
have to go back to your clinic.
Boitatá,
The Special
tá?
Operations Squad
Nossa
will meet us
senhora.
there.
Marcus, you once said that there was another way to make things right. And then you did your part, as I did mine. But now, after all that's happened, please tell me, what's the point of us trying? Will we save them in time? Is there any chance that we can turn things around?
Faz isso não.
The ritual you acquired, the one you said could save everyone. Is it working now?
Ah, nem te conto. Ah.
Let me in.
Não, é que... Falando do diabo.
I have just one question. Why hasn't the project stopped yet?
Adler Hoffman, you have been removed from the team. You're not authorized to be here. You have violated
the LSCC safety management regulations? I brought them with me. You're welcome. If you cared about the regulations as much as you claim, you'd know that none of what's happening aligns with its guidelines. Even the head of Laplace has no authority to continue the experiment under these circumstances.
Get out of my face, Adler. I don't have time for this. We're in a state of war. Every participant has signed an informed consent form. If you are not part of this project, please leave immediately. We only have 18 hours until the storm. This is it. The first time we've made such a breakthrough in all 9 storms. Your sister gave up her life to take us this far. I hope you don't need me to remind you that.
Não precisava me lembrar disso. Tô triste até hoje.
Yes, she made the ultimate sacrifice, hoping that it would lead to a breakthrough. But instead, death continues to rise. How can you let this go on? I demand to know why the experiment is still going!
Don't we have enough crazies around here? Madame Lucy has important things to do. She has no time for you. Go cry to your therapist, human.
Important? What could be possibly more important than this right now? What happened to the humanitarian ideals of the Foundation? Are we now under the tyranny of machines? What's this important thing she's got to do? Reading the paper? Sipping on oil and charging up in a 230-volt bath?
Is that you, Adler? Welcome.
O que tá acontecendo? Pelo amor de Deus. Meu amigo do céu. O que tá acontecendo? Posso viajar no espaço, admirada pelos humanos, mas sempre sumires porque ainda continuo sendo nada. Uma estrela, a lua, algum corpo celeste.
Look at this mirror, dear. There's a sizable stain on it. Yes, it is. Maybe it's only meant to break it so that the stain would be thoroughly removed. Now the stain is gone, and the owner has a collection of little mirrors. She must have accidentally left this one behind. A lady with great ambitions and an unconscious charm. A lady who wishes to make the rest of the world accept who she is, and has suggested that many others join her way of thinking.
Cacânia. Daí é a lua. É a lua.
Her brother, on the contrary, hopes to be taken in. In his attempt to act like everyone else, he lost an arm in a duel.
Eu tô falando da Cacânia mesmo aqui.
If you ask me, dear, I'd say they're very alike. Equally lonely.
Ao dia eu sumo e não me admiro minha beleza, mas à noite a festa começa e meus irmãos vêm a me acompanhar. Quem sou eu? É a lua. Certeza. Se não for, eu vou ficar muito triste.
The brother and sister are a mirror image of each other. She's often repulsed by the sight of him.
Pô, não é a
unable
lua.
to reconcile herself with all that he reminds her of.
Pô, é o quê?
Now the brother has found his missing arm, along with his long-lost dignity. The surgery that the sister had been hoping would be done on this world has finally started. But all of a sudden, she's terrified of the incisions. As I said, despite their differences in approach, the brother and sister are mirror images of one another. But now the mirror is broken. I hope she can make it through the 7 years of bad luck. Poor thing. There's no way around it.
Eita. É cacânia mesmo. Pequeno, devo ser mais alguns, me confunde com estrelas que se mexem. É um cometa. Eita, a sandstorm in a room. A tiny grain of sand slips into the eye, causing tears to well up in response. Mentira que eu vou ler. To well up in response. Jesus. Vamos lá.
I am not in a suitable form to receive a guest.
Ai, essa é
Simone, can you put me back in my body? I feel much better. Thank you. Oh, you have even put on a face for me. How sweet of you. I have noticed your icy gaze, Researcher Adler. You are yearning to correct the logic of this place. Well, I only said that to Simone out of courtesy. In reality, whichever body I am put into makes no difference to me.
The experiment, ma'am. Why hasn't it stopped?
Verdade, eu não
Are you
sou
going to
bonita.
pretend that nothing's happened? That no one died? Could it be that you and Ulrich, the awakened, being the tin cans you are, have no regard for actual lives?
Adler Hoffman, I will not warn you again.
Relax, Adler. You are led
Não,
by a
sim, com
biased opinion
certeza.
because you lack critical information, a common defect in all cognitive processes. I believe you will shift to a more rational perspective once you receive sufficient information on the subject.
A more rational perspective? We are humans, not machines. We are not expendable parts.
Não, com certeza que eu com
I have
certeza.
plenty of reasons to question your decisions. Your excessive insistence on this experiment could be a sign of uncontrollable behavior, a trait commonly seen in arcanists.
The experiment has been cancelled everywhere, except for this very room.
Okay.
What?
As you and Researcher Medicine Pocket have said, the ritual is beyond the limits of almost everyone here. The side effects will kill them before the ritual can even take effect. The first wave was inevitable. Dora had pressed send before she disintegrated. We only managed to halt the subsequent transmissions and evacuate the unaffiliated staff. We kept only a few arcanists on the team, and each has signed the consent form.
Forgive me, ma'am, but I have to use your argument against you. You too are guided by a biased opinion. an overly optimistic one. Because you have failed to properly assess the risks involved. We have suffered enough misfortunes just by uttering a few syllables of the incantation. We've talked about the limit of things before. You should know better and ask the rest of the team to quit the experiment. Your insistence will only bring calamity upon calamity on our people for nothing.
Eita.
You might be right. But how is being right going to help us?
Huh?
You spoke of the limit. And I am surprised that it is you who brought it up. The physical appearance of humans has remained relatively unchanged since the Neolithic era, but their thoughts and civilization continued to evolve and underwent significant transformations. The achievements that humanity enjoys today were not given to the species by any one person with godlike powers, but were the result of the collective efforts of all human beings. Limits and boundaries must be pushed, or there would never have been room for development. There is no reason to believe that the limit cannot be challenged, especially when we already have the tools to do so. We must make progress happen.
Grandiose lies.
Lies? We have no choice but to go beyond that limit. If we do not break away from the storm, there is no future for us, let alone progress. We need to first determine all the side effects as a priority. This important step will help us compile data and eliminate the effects so our colleagues can use the ritual safely.
And who will try it this time, Madam Lucy? You're not going to test the side effects as the cost of lives, are you?
No. Thanks to Ulrich, we stumbled upon a breakthrough. You are right. It is time to send the other Arcanists home. Only the Awakened are needed here.
The Awakened?
Eita.
The power is back, Mom. We are ready to resume.
It will take time to properly explain. Please wait, Adler. We have yet to reach an agreement.
What? Are you experimenting? Here?
La Unwa.
Wait, she's reciting it? She's read the reports, right? She was there when Dora broke into pieces.
Simone, I cannot continue.
Eita, prova.
You fools! Don't just stand there! Stop her! Now! Who's going to lead us if she also turns into a pile of scraps?
Stay where you are, Enigma. You insisted on being here. You demanded to see this. Don't bring your pathetic, narrow-minded humanitarian values in here and tell us what to do. What do you know about us?
You can do it, madam. This is just part of the established procedures. Just a few more syllables, madam, and it will be over.
Established procedures. I like that.
Pelo amor de Deus.
Círculo.
Vê.
Was that all, Simone?
Yes.
Mas deu certo, caramba.
Good.
Eita. E... Eita, eita, eita. Ué, não, pera. Cadê a Lúcia? Mentira que ela virou um negocinho. Mano do céu. É, foi de F daí, mano. Tô jogando com o personagem morto. Ó. Eu vou sair por um minutinho, mas daqui a pouco eu já volto. Beleza? Até daqui a pouquinho. Voltei. Vamos continuando aqui. Vamos ver se ela foi DF mesmo. Ou virou um negocinho. Nada a ver, mano. Eu só tomei muita água.
Dead. This is what you wanted to show me?
Imagina você entrar na sala. O que você quer mostrar? Então eu morrendo aqui.
To watch her utter a curse that's always brought death, only to die in vain? And you just let it happen?
Yes.
Calm down.
Calm down. She's dead right there. You murderer.
We have already repeated this experiment many times.
times? What? You've sent people to their deaths over and over again?
Look at you, Adler, peeing your pants over a curse. The human boy is so scared that he forgot to ask the crucial question. Did the ritual work?
But what do you mean? The curse, the side effects killed her. The experiment failed. Is that not what happened?
Plot twist.
No. Triggering the curse and failure are two separate things. I was the first one to recite the incantation, way before Dora. When I read it aloud, it worked. I felt the warmth of a miraculous blessing on my head. Soft, light as a feather. I told Madame Lucy right away, but as soon as she left the room, the curse hit me, and I began to liquefy. There was no one else in the room. My liquid form had become too insubstantial to push the help button. A long darkness followed. After that, I woke up again in my original primitive form, the way I first came into this world.
Então assim que ele é um arcanista, ele é só um líquido. Nossa, tava doido pra descobrir se ele tinha uma cara debaixo do capacete, mas não, ele é só líquido. Por isso que ele é todo coberto. Nossa. E é essa coisa preta aqui. Ele é um, tipo, um slime.
Unlike humans, the awakened have neither flesh nor nerves. We are pieces of consciousness, echoes of a primordial melody that just happen to reside in material objects by chance. With a mind and a body combined, we could talk, learn, think like you do, and perform the experiment and endure the side effects.
Ai, que nem falou na live.
And this curse, for some reason, cannot affect the primal consciousness that caused our awakening in the first place.
Ah, desculpa, Kelson, você tá certo.
While human minds dissipate when their tangible bodies are destroyed, our minds reawaken regardless of the changes and destruction of our external bodies.
Você tá certa, eu tava errada.
Of course,
Quer prêmio?
This was an assumption based on idealized circumstances, and I needed another awakened being who could awaken in different bodies to confirm my theory. That is why I sought out Madame Lucy for cross-verification. The results?
De prêmio, aqui eu tenho do meu lado um anel de coco, com um dedo bem pequeno, uma borracha, um apontador. Escolhe aí. Ele é uma ameba.
Yes, it was an assumption. You said it yourself. You came back to life this time. But what about the next? Nothing is for sure in Arcanum.
É um apontador meio cheio, você ainda aceita? Tá com sujeirinha de cor violeta e branco que eu tava desenhando.
What if she never wakes up again? What if she dies for good?
We know what we are doing, human. Stay out of this. Only the awakened can carry out the experiment. So we must proceed.
Eu vou te enviar no correio daí o
This
apontador,
has
tá?
nothing to do with race. It is a sense of duty that every researcher should have possessed when they chose this path.
Ó, só ele tá com o apontador tá com quebrado numa ponta aqui, mas é usável.
We have to go beyond the limit. Not out of madness, but out of rationality.
We seem to have replicated effect number 2. And 117 of the Coleman Lab's protective rituals were proven ineffective. Write it down, Simone. This is the 4th time we have seen it. Also, number 45 and 69 are related to it.
69.
We need to speed up. This is too slow.
O que você tava dizendo aí, Kelso?
Adler, what are you doing here? I am glad to see you out of your room and working with us again.
No, he's not on the team, Mum. He forced his way in here.
Oh? My apologies. I seem to lose a small amount of data when I reawaken. Still, I am glad that you are showing initiative, Adler. Were we supposed to talk?
Nope.
No. We have nothing more to discuss, ma'am. Ulrich has filled me in on everything. But I still worry whether the experiment's risks were properly assessed.
Assessments will only be assessments. Much is beyond measure when it comes to Arcanum. Perhaps faith plays a more important role here.
I'm surprised it is you talking about faith, ma'am.
Ah, nossa, tô dizendo bastante coisa até. Dos negócios aqui é que eu tava dizendo uma borracha. Literalmente a borracha que eu tenho aqui. Eu tava desenhando ela. Porque eu tava treinando pintura realista.
It seems we both have the ability to surprise each other.
Mas agora eu tô desenhando o meu óculos. Eita, rapaz!
You are right. Assessments could indeed be useful to us.
Nossa, isso daqui virava um wallpaper de computador. Nossa, perdeu uma parte do joelho aqui, mano. Cara, surrealismo eu não acho que eu desenhei, não. Eu tô desenhando realismo mesmo, mas... Pô, surrealismo legal, mano.
It allows us to know the probabilities of success and failure based on established facts and past experience. But when we find ourselves in uncharted darkness, with no information or past experience to guide us, how are assessments going to help us? The only thing we have in such darkness is the unwavering faith to move forward.
Não, tranquilo, eu compreendo o que você tá falando. Ela é bonita mesmo.
Whistled, I awoke into this world. At the beginning of this new life, my circuits were charged with a singular primal desire to progress.
Ordem Progresso, ela é brasileira, acabou meu caso.
That never-ending whistle, I have watched man build the towers of science and knowledge, and I have watched them unleash chaos and destruction. You too have been lost and deterred, but your engines of progress have never stopped churning. Always move forward, no matter the destination you told yourselves. Until the storm brought everything to a standstill. But this is just a small setback. We are only back to the beginning where we stumble blindly. And this time, I happen to have a cane.
Nossa, não vai mesmo? Vou pegar a primeira imagem que aparecer no Pinterest. Pinterest é bom. Ó, se tu quiser, se rolar um pouco abaixo da minha Steam, tem a parte dos links. Eu tenho um card. Tá todos os meus links. Tá todas as minhas redes sociais. Eu acho que eu ainda não coloquei o Twitter. Eu vou colocar amanhã. Amanhã eu vou colocar meu Twitter no card. Mas se quiser, salva o card. Daí dependendo onde você se quiser postar, pode postar e me marcar daí. Tem problema não. Ou simplesmente, sei lá, me enviar o link da imagem. Não. Não. Não, Steam não, caramba. Eu falei Steam, eu quis dizer Twitch. Ah, que droga. Eu quis dizer Twitch, não. Oh, porcaria. Tá bom, a dicção, a cabeça. Ontem mesmo eu fui falar escorredor de louça. Eu falei escorregador. Nossa, minha mãe riu tanto de mim, mano. Eu fiquei 3 segundos tentando entender o que tava dando risada.
No need to worry about me. I will not shut down as long as there is still hope for progress.
Eu já fiz um monte disso. Várias vezes que eu tô falando normal, daí eu simplesmente falo, eu não percebo. Esse é um problema. E eu falo a palavra errada e continuo falando. Daí a pessoa começa a rir e eu fico, nossa, o que você tá rindo? Tá lá eu que não consigo falar direito. Resumo, faz a fanart que você quiser aí e me marca se tu quiser postar.
We have wasted a bit of time on data recovery.
Fala escorregador sem puxar o R. Como assim? Escorregador. Eu falei escorregador! Droga! Escorredor. Tá falando pra não fazer o né? Escorregador. Escorregador. Eu falei agora. Não é possível. Tá fazendo... Nossa. Tá me bugando aqui, calma. Escorregador. Vamos voltar pra história?
Come, Simone. Let us begin the next experiment. I hope to dissolve into paste this
R do
time,
final.
so we can easily handle it with a Coleman's ritual of transformation.
Escorredor. É tipo, que eu puxo muito R? Nossa. Escorredor. O R que eu tô tendo muito puxado? Fatismo. É o movimento da Fátima Bernardes. Ai, meu pai. O que você tá querendo falar aí, ô carioca? Sem ofensa.
Seen enough? We know what we are doing, and you are of no help here. It's been the same old story in this place for the past 8 years. When your faith crumbled during the storm, it was us who took over the place and cleaned up after you. It was us who got things back up and running, put coals in the hearth, and blazed a trail when everyone was lost in the dark. I know you may not understand the intricacies of the Arcanum, but please, show some basic respect for our efforts.
Will you do the experiments yourself, Ulrich?
Mano, Não, o Frost, mas sabe o que é pior? Eu não consigo identificar sotaque. Eu sou muito ruim em identificar sotaque das outras pessoas. A não ser que seja um negócio muito extravagante, eu não consigo identificar o sotaque. Tipo, quando você, o Fanta, tá falando pra mim, eu não percebo que vocês estão falando com um sotaque. Nem o traje cearense. Nenhum. só sotaque do português, eu percebo de um primo meu, de uns parentes que eu tenho, que eles falam, literalmente eles trocam o L pelo R, que nem caipira mesmo. Teve um dia lá que ele falou borso. Daí aí eu consigo. Beleza aí, Kelso. De resto, português de Portugal, mano. Porque Estados do Brasil, eu juro que eu não identifico. Só se o sotaque for muito puxado. Seu sotaque é carregado? Gente do céu, eu sou muito ruim de identificar sotaque. Jesus Cristo. Eu juro que eu não identifico sotaque. Então, beleza. Ai, eu tô me sentindo muito idiotinha agora, tá? Me sentindo meio tonta agora. Não identifico sotaque. É triste, mas é engraçado também.
Of course. I am not some emotional, unhelpful little punk.
Do you still remember Adams?
Oi, Fanta. Ó, o carioca. E aí, Fanta, beleza? Né? Falando no diabo. Ó quem aparece.
Adams, Roman, Adolf, Sylvia, Albert, Louise, those who were taken from us by the rain. Melvin, Francis, Caroline, Leopold. They volunteered for the field.
Obrigado pelo follow.
But we never heard from them again.
Obrigado pelo follow aí, ô Fanta.
Now we have Dora, Richard, Dawkins, and Victor on the list. Life has a wicked sense of humor. My mentor, my classmates, my colleagues. Each of them deserved to live more than me. But they're all gone now. There's only me talking to you. Alive. Useless. Am I going to see your names on that list too, Ulrich?
Cuidado aí, Frosch. É melhor trancar a janela, vai que ele tá ali.
Spare me the feelings, human. Though I will take back my sarcastic jabs at you, it is not something a leader should do. Madame Lucy talked to me about the importance of teamwork.
Nossa, mano.
Go back to your room, Adler. The Arcanists will take over from here. Until we get the results, you won't be needed here.
Nossa, mas é muito coincidência isso, hein? Ô, louco.
I will say this, Ulrich. If you survive the experiments, I will submit the sincerest application to never be on the same team as you again. So neither of us will have to worry about teamwork. How's that sound?
I will wait for that application, Adler.
Eita, primo. Por mim, vocês façam isso, porque daí, ó, eu não vou identificar de qualquer jeito.
Who's there?
Adler Hoffman from the cryptography team. Is Medicine Pocket in? I heard that they wrote a paper on the linear correlation between the purity of an arcanist bloodline and their power. Can I get some more details on the research?
Mesmer, não é? O nome desse jogo é Reverse 1999. É um jogo de turno com carta. É, jogo de turno com carta e estilo gacha.
The paper is here.
Não
Help
é a
yourself.
Mesmer, fiquei triste.
Sorry about the stains on it. I just took it out of the trash. If you're looking for Medicine Pocket, I'm afraid they just left.
Eita
Left?
patada.
To where? They left the building? Hasn't the countdown already begun?
Yes, and by regulations we are not to leave. But,
Medicine Pocket vira pra Segres e fala, vai.
they said their new theory had to be verified in the storm.
Ou por nada não, mas me perdoa, mas jogo gacha é o único que eu tô podendo no momento. Só espera no final do ano quando eu pegar o carro pro Switch. O que o Medicine Pocket tá fazendo aqui no meio do nada? Quando eu pegar o carro pro Switch, eu vou fazer gameplay de Splatoon pra vocês verem. Pokémon. Tô doido pra jogar um Pokémonzinho. To open the floodgates. Throw wide the gates. Ok. Lá vamos nós. Eita, 17 horas.
Ha! Fresh air, green grass, the dew, the mud. This is what I'm talking about. A better world.
Aí, Medicine Pocket.
Researcher Medicine Pocket, I must remind you that we are at the edge of the immunity zone to the storm. Once we cross the line, we will not only catch the storm syndrome, but also be taken by the storm at the end of the countdown.
Ah, as plantas que teve no capítulo 4. Tudo aqui ainda.
I know that. How stupid do you think I am? Hey, isn't that Rudolph? The poor guy sent to Tunguska? Hey man, how was Siberia? Welcome back. Did you bring me any new research materials? Oh, you don't recognize me? You're breaking my heart. It's me, your best friend that you just met, Medicine Pocket.
Researcher, I must make clear that you only applied for 15 minutes outside for research purposes. Your countdown starts from the moment when you cross this line.
Okay, safety first, I know. Get off me, you're hurting my arms. I'll bounce as soon as the storm syndrome hits. Even if I catch it, look at the syndromes of this era. Distorted faces, murderous intentions, obsession with war, rampage. What's got you so worried? They aren't that bad. Well, the melting faces part is kind of gross.
Só tinta.
I really wanted to test this in Vienna. Oh well, better than nothing. Alright, now, I'm gonna walk a little further from the immunity zone so the samples are easier to gather. The ideal distance is 1,500 kilometers, but, oh, don't worry, not gonna do that. Even I can't run that fast. Now behold, the important moment. When I prove the dorks in Laplace wrong about asymmetrical nuclide R.
Now, hypothetically, if the storm research were to succeed, two things should have been done. And to find out the safe way to use it, we have to... This is what Lucy was thinking. The Awakened met the casting requirements of the incantation, and Ulrich succeeded, while the other Arcanists did not feel the same miraculous blessing like he did. So as long as we eliminate the side effects, they'll be able to inscribe the incantation and mass-produce it for the humans. One problem is, only the Awakened can carry out the experiments, and there's not many of them around. It'll take too long. There's no way to do this in 24 hours. Heck, it could take months or even years. There must be something else we can do.
But you are not an Arcanist. Why should you play by their rules?
Yes, that's right. Let's try a different approach. What if I start with the desired outcome and work backwards to the question? The quickest and most efficient way to save everyone is to make them qualified casters of the ritual. They won't even need protective equipment if we can do that. The challenge is, how do we qualify the casting requirements? Medicine Pocket's theory is correct, and there's enough data and supplementary experiments to back it up. The power of Arcanists is directly tied to the purity of their bloodline, which is associated with the special cells in their bodies.
Ai, meu pai, é a energia do jogo.
Using arcane skills reduces the activity of the cells, but the Picasma extract can reactivate them for extended casting. However, the extract only provides endurance, not power. It is physiologically impossible for a low-ranked Arcanist to cast a high-ranked skill. That's the reality of it. If we were to compare the power of Arcanists to household appliances, let's say their normal voltage is 230 volts, and if the storm immunity ritual were a high voltage source of 1,000 volts, no, millions of volts, like lightning, the household appliances would be destroyed in an instant. As for the humans, they're not even in the picture. We cannot cast to begin with, and I personally didn't feel any blessing or curse when I recited half of the incantations that day. Think, how can I get everyone to meet the casting requirements of the ritual? Forget what's theoretically impossible. The Arcanum never gave a damn about certainties. I've been reminded plenty. that logic does not apply to things like this. What about shortcuts? Are there records of transcendental rites, significant celestial events, sacrificial offerings, or even Numa emanating ingredients that could boost the user's casting abilities? Wait, Numa emanating? Where have I seen that word before? It was in the files Ulrich told me to read. The timekeeper's report from the Aegean Sea. Those islanders call the storm the emanation. Why? The emanation. Emanation. Just what is emanating out?
De novo essas coisas.
What the? Dawkins, I hope you know this is not the time to catch up. That is if you're able to talk at all. No! Let go! I've just come up with an idea! Leave me alone! Somebody! Help!
Join with us, comrades.
It is here. I can hear it.
Charging. The light that illuminates all.
Cheer up.
It is here.
Peraí, mentira. Ah.
I can hear it.
Tá explicado.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Target confirmed.
It is here.
Charging. Loading. Faraday's miracle.
Oh. Então, né? A Isolde. Muito boa ela. Quase maximizada tudo dela.
What a tragedy.
Circuit funks charging.
Soffoca il sangue. Soffoca il sangue.
I, robot, child of science.
The curtain has fallen.
Nem parece que ela é uma doida. Que tem problema de identidade. Só um pouquinho.
You're not really here for revenge. And it wasn't you who pushed away the books and opened the door. The invisible ghost. Victor, did you do that?
Researcher Adler!
What happened? Any progress?
Yes, researcher Medicine Pocket has proved their theory right. They have successfully found the asymmetrical nuclide R in the air before the storm, even if only a trace.
What did you say?
They came up with the idea because the nuclide was initially found in the raindrop samples of the storm. They deduced it also exists in the air before the storm occurs, like the water droplets in the atmosphere before rain. So now, we can extract it directly from the air, without waiting for the timekeeper to bring the raindrops to us. This will help us a lot in the mass production of the protective gear.
Ok, isso é uma boa explicação do gacha.
No way. The emanation. Asymmetrical nuclide R. She was right. The ritual works. Any arcanist can use it. And the solution was right in front of us. I didn't need to boost the caster's abilities. With the right setup and materials, the world before the storm is already an enormous stage for performing the ritual. It's like a charged pylon just needing a cable.
Mr. Adler?
Thank you, Miss Whoever, and thanks for letting me know, Dawkins and Victor.
Mulher, não precisa gritar não, calma.
It's me, Ulrich. Let me in. I need to see Madame Lucy. Tell her, I found a way to transcend the limit.
Oh. The storm speech. At the very least, we all know. We all now have a better understanding of how home appliances work. Tem mesmo?
We don't have time. I'll spare you the technicalities and explain it straight.
Inglês aqui, ó.
Our biggest problem is the limit of the bloodline. Low-rank arcanists can't command high-rank arcane rituals, similar to how household appliances can't withstand what's beyond their designated voltage. In most cases, the caster can only use their own arcane circuits that run through their inherited bloodline. But what if the caster were in a special electric field? What if we used existing circuits on the outside and put the caster into a greater circuit? What if we factored in the entire planet and used the atmosphere to split the current flowing through us by adding more appliances to the circuit?
Ai, parece aula de física, cancela.
Don't be ridiculous, Adler. We are not household appliances.
Eita.
Hold on, let me finish.
Olha a internet que deu uma morrida aqui.
"24 hours before the storm, the entire world is charged with abundant arcane energy. It becomes a space emanating pneuma, a cloud ready to discharge, a special electric field. Look at asymmetrical nuclide R. The key to the storm immunity was inside the storm all along. And look at how the Mandragora is the antidote to its own poison. The solution can be hidden in the question itself. The arcane energy a caster inherently lacks can be borrowed from the surroundings during the storm. We just need a way to induct that energy. And Laplace happens to have all the data for the calculations. The observation systems we've built over the past 8 years have not been in vain. First, we derive a formula to determine the pneuma needed from the storm based on the Arcanist lineage. Then, we'll design a converter to transform the external pneuma into what they can use. They will no longer be bound by their limits. With just one calculation and one conversion, we can turn anyone into a capable caster.
I knew I shouldn't have wasted my time listening to you. What are you saying, Adler? You made up a confusing story, then drew conclusions from it.
The second part is purely theoretical, I admit. But the basis of my theory is correct, and I have read Medicine Pocket's paper.
But Arcanum is not electricity. You're too caught up in your excitement to remember the basics. You know nothing about Arcanum.
It's still a form of energy, yes? No one here knows what the storm is, but we do know that it's a massive arcane energy field. We can harness it, much like Arcanists use arrays to amplify their incantations.
I see what researcher Adler is trying to say. A creative solution indeed.
But ma'am...
Do not worry, Ulrich. I also have noticed that